More likely than not, you have either seen or played on one of these. Gaming culture is a rapidly growing culture with a huge amount of lexicon and behaviors that gamers partake in. As this starts crossing into the mainstream, a lot of people are being left confused about the certain things that gamers partake in. As a long-time active member of the online gaming community, I hope to impart some of my knowledge to you so you're able to understand some of the things that gamers say, do, and like. We'll be taking a look at how popular gaming actually is, some of the things that we do and say, and some of the things that we enjoy that have been inspired by video games. So first, let's take a look exactly how popular video games are, because it's very popular. Video games themselves are a multi-billion-dollar industry. A Forbes article ran in 2019 by Ilker Kokasol called Video Gaming Industry and Its Revenue Shift says that video games will make over $300 billion by 2025. That is a lot of money. Additionally, there are over 2.5 billion gamers worldwide. 42% of Americans identify themselves as these gamers. According to a TechCrunch article by Ria Chikahani in October of 2015 called The History of Gaming and Evolving Community. 4 out of every 5 households in the US have a gaming console, which is why you've probably seen or played on one of these. A little over half of these gamers say that gaming helps them connect to other people and their friends, and a little under half of these people say that gaming is used to spend time with their family. This has united a culture of gamers together that have created sets of words and behaviors that every gamer is usually expected to learn or follow at some point. So let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at some of the things we say and do in video games and outside of. GG is a very common term that is used to denote good sportsmanship by saying good game. You say it after a match, whether you win or lose, and usually everybody's expected to do it. If you don't, or you say a derogatory form of it, it's taken as a bad sign, as a bad omen, essentially. GLHF is a similar term that you say before a game and refers to good luck, have fun. Griefers and trolls are people who ruin the fun for everybody in a game, and they take enjoyment out of it. They're usually not liked because of this. Salty and toxic are terms that are being used in the mainstream too, that refer to people who are either very mad and being obnoxious about it in terms of salty, or if they're toxic, they are being malicious in their intent. Now, Twitch, a live streaming service, has spawned a set of emojis that people also use as terms in various other games, and it's become really widespread across gaming culture to use these. These are all explained, or a lot of the popular ones are explained in a Mashable article called Twitch Speak, a guide to the secret emoji language of gamers, written by Alex Magdaleno. Here, Kappa, Resident Sleeper, PogChamp, Poggers, Maka S, and a few others are described in detail. Kappa is a very popular emoji that is used to denote sarcasm or trolling. Resident Sleeper is an emoji of a person who fell asleep during their stream while playing a game and refers to something so boring that you could fall asleep to it. PogChamp and Poggers are used to denote shock and disbelief, while Maka S represents anxiety during high-tension situations. Now that we've looked at some of the lingo and some of the behaviors and norms of gamers, let's take a look at some of the mediums and content that have been inspired by gaming. One of my favorite, called Machinima, is very popular among the gaming community. Machinima refers to making movies out of video games. And one of the most popular Machinimas, and the one that actually sparked the popularity in Machinima, is called Red vs. Blue. It's a still running series today that started during 2003 and got so popular when it released that the BBC wrote an article called Animators Turn to Video Games. This article, written by Darren Waters, describes Red vs. Blue's intentions and what it does, how it's made, and has an interview with some of the creators. The creators themselves actually said that Red vs. Blue was only meant to last 22 episodes, but it's become so popular that it received more. 17 seasons now. It's crazy, right? Video games have inspired more content like this across different mediums like literature and music, and it's incredible what it can do. As video games start growing, more and more people are going to be introduced to the culture of video games, and they're going to have to know some of the things that come with it, some of the lingo and behaviors. We've covered how popular video games actually are, some of the lingo used, and some of the mediums inspired by it. I hope that you have a better understanding of video games.